Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while and let's jump right in and continue the Civ Spotlight series. So far we've gone through Slavs, Goths, Persians, Celts, Dravidians, Teutons, and now it's time for the Spanish, and they're just notorious for their conquistadors and their castle drops. But as I'm mainly playing Arabia here, I don't know if that is really a valid option. Let me quickly check. Yes, the recording is running. So, yeah, let's probably talk through the tech tree and not play a full game of Spanish versus the AI, but just the early game to get a tiny bit of an overview. Because that should do. I think I don't have to play a full game. Random map, Arabia. Here it is, tiny, standard, population. Game speed, let's put that on fast to save even more time here. AI difficulty, of course, extreme. It's not even important to win at this point. I think it's just to figure out how to play them in the early game especially, and in general, just taking a look at the tech tree so I potentially know what to do in Dark Age. So taking a look at the Dark Age, I think it's probably very popular with Spanish to make a Drush or a Scout Rush as an opening. Archers are not so much of an option for them just because they can't upgrade them to crossbow, and because yeah, that's like why you will usually not try to mass a lot of archers in Feudal Age. But I think you can still very easily, or it's still a very good option to go for a range to make a mix of archers and skirmishers in Feudal Age, just not overmassing archers so it becomes sort of compulsory to do the crossbowman upgrade, which is not available then. But yes, builders working faster, blacksmith upgrades don't cost gold, all this stuff makes it so that a range play actually is not too bad in Feudal Age. It's just that you don't get crossbow. Yeah, so I think either a Drush, which I obviously can't play, or a Scout Rush is the standard opening for the Dark and the Feudal Age for the Spanish. And then there is also something which they are notorious to do, which is tower rushing, making use of the 30% faster builder time, building time, 30% faster builders, which makes their tower rush really strong. But then on the other hand also makes you collect stones, so you can potentially drop a castle in early Castle Age for the unique unit, the Conquistador, which is a very good unit as it doesn't require any upgrades to be devastating. I think 3 conks are already enough without upgrades to one-shot a villager when they get close, because they don't really seem to hit accurate on distance. Yeah, but taking a look at this actually makes me think I'd rather want to play the Spanish as a standard cavalry civ and only switch to conks when I do have castles out, because sacrificing my build order in order to be able to make conks fast would necessarily force me into a tower rush situation, something like that, if I don't want to fall behind militarily. And still, conks are also not the greatest versus archers. So yeah, I think playing it as a standard cav civ, and when gold runs out, stepping back from heavy cavalry and also switching into their great hussars when you have all the upgrades for them, accompanied by some elite skirmishers, which then on the other hand have full upgrades, and potentially once castles are out, adding conks in to deal with infantry more efficiently, or just even adding hand cannons later could be fine too. Do they have hand cannons? Yes, of course. Yeah, so that's kind of the way I think about Spanish, and let's see how that plays out versus the AI. So, versus Khmer, I'm right off the bat thinking these are both pretty strong Scout Rush civs, and Khmer will be faster, so it's actually not too good of an idea to also make a Scout Rush when it's just more likely that I'll be damaged than that I'll be finding damage. So what I opt here for is pretty unconventional in the opening versus Khmer. I try to go for a Scout Rush, but I want to make use of my faster builder bonus and be fully walled before I move out and attack. And as Khmer are also likely to make a lot of scouts, I think I can potentially add in probably 1 or 2 spears, make about 6 scouts full wall my base and move out only then. And well, if I don't find any damage, then so it be. I think that's not the end of the world after all. Oh, that's a lot of misclicks here. Now, the villager just chose the absolute weirdest spot to slaughter the sheep. I think now we're back on track again. Hope that force drop didn't kill my Dark Age, so it will still be collected in time. Let's get the berry ball first now. Yeah, okay, that worked, kind of. I got a little bit. Can I please restart? It's my first game for today and I'm playing it on fast mode. Sorry for that. Alright, once again. Okay, this is already looking like a much smoother start right now. I think I have to concentrate a lot more on these things. I mean, I also want to concentrate on providing content and talking a lot, but I feel I also have to focus on the game itself a lot, because I'm just not, I'm just not a pro. Yeah, that woodline is so much better, I still have to take it. Yeah, so I think 20 pop scouts, potentially pushing 1 or 2 deer. Just to make sure that I can actually produce scouts. I figured that without eco bonuses, it's probably necessary to do that, because otherwise I'll end up just not being able to constantly produce scouts, while I'm also getting my eco upgrades. Alright. To be honest, it's pretty hard to do it on fast mode, but I think it's overall good for my APM if I try to get used to playing a little bit faster. So now I just need to make sure I find my deer, because I want to push it up. What's this pathing? That's weird. Let me have a look at the minimap where the deer could be. Oh, I just happened to run into it. That's very good for me right now. Oh, wait, and I need to set up a hotkey, which I haven't got. Military units, follow command. Let's change that to R. I somehow got used to it. I don't know why. That helps a lot with deer pushing, I figure. And then let's now get even another one. I sacrificed scouting for that, of course. Which you can be, or which you can disagree with. But in this case, I really want to make sure I have constant production and eco upgrades, even though I'm up at 20 pop only. So now it's important to scout my opponent and to also, yeah, I think I can wall this up already. And I try to make very small walls over here. I try to include the gold later. And I will need another wood line. Yeah, let's get this one maybe. Is this a 3 or a 4 tile gold? It seems more like a 4 tile gold. I should have actually gone another route. Because that way I'm just very unlikely to ever find my enemy. But let me get this stable first. Come on. And let me get the eco upgrades. Okay, here is a 3 tile gold, so he is more likely to be over here. So now I can get this, I can make scouts and scout around for my enemy. I think I want to have about 6 farms with horse color before I think about before I think about fully walling my base. Haven't they built that house? Oh, that's just too bad. Still haven't found my enemy. I think he has to be somewhere here. This should be close then, right? Okay. Honestly, that scouting was horrible, so I think it's very good to know that already for the... Don't tell me that's also a 3 tile stone. That would be horrible. No, that's his main stone, so he is around here. Oh, he has been pushing deer. That's his TC. Alright, but now I have 4 scouts, so these are potentially already dangerous. Just gonna make sure I send them over. What's going on with this house? Why don't they want to build it? I don't understand it. About 16 farms are needed here, probably a little less because I have pushed some deer. He's on gold, so I might need a range. The AI is just too good at doing this. Yeah, okay, so I need a range now. Mainly, of course, for skirmishers. I will try to stay away from making archers. And yeah, including the stone is probably not even necessary for my overall game plan. I'm floating a lot of wood, so I will use that to, for now, wall up my base. Something seems to be wrong with my shift queuing, or at least I'm not doing it correctly. So for the time being, it just seems to me that this is bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then get one of these and also plug this hole. And have I built a blacksmith yet? I think not. I will try to use it as a part of the wall. Maybe that could be good. By the way, 4 skirmishers should be enough to defend me for now. That villager seems pretty isolated. Okay. Try to get some value here for my scouts. And potentially I will need a gate later. Well, this underneath the hill doesn't seem very appealing to me. Let's rather make a gate here. And I think for knights it's a very good eco balance to have maybe 10 on wood for the town centers. And yes, I have a couple of defensive skirmishers in here, but if I don't even need them, that's fine for me. I will need bloodlines as a next thing. I have them on box formation and stand ground, and still they struggle so much to attack the... Now I have them on... Still that's like, how does the AI even do this? It's crazy. I just don't understand this. I think I'm lacking the gold mining upgrade, 7 on gold. Yeah, probably I need 8th one. Or probably even 9. Come on, let's go with 9. Why not? So let's get knights. Oh, I haven't made a second stable. Luckily I'm Spanish and it's gonna be finished faster. Then I can get the upgrades already, preemptively. And I need a secondary gold. Let's get this one. And husbandry, I can get it any second. First need my eco upgrades. Look at this, a human could never do this. Like, he's always so close to saving that. 3, 1, 2, 3. Is a mill already worth it here? I don't know. And I wanted to get eco upgrades before I had TCs. Well, now I have not added eco upgrades. But I have +2 armor, so I should technically be able to win this easily. But there are some spears around, so I hope it's really a good fight for me. I can't really say. Yeah, it seemed a good fight for me. Now I think I really can't afford the eco upgrades because I'm just pumping knights at the moment. And it's also more important to spend the wood at this point. Yeah, it's just so strange to play versus the AI. Okay, I think we can leave it at here. So, everything I did so far has been far from perfect. But what I think is playing the Spanish as a more or less cavalry civ. Makes a lot of sense on an open map to me. Of course, on Arena and Black Forest and stuff, I could castle drop and go directly into Conquistadors. But using a Scout Rush build order, making some defensive skirms, that kind of thing seems very logical and very streamlined to me. And should I force my enemy into pikemen, I could consider either conks or hand cannons in the long run. I would try not to overmake skirmisher, even though it is also a late game option, and once gold runs out I can switch to hussar and go up to 60, maybe even 70 farms, that kind of thing. And I have siege ram for the late game, so I have a siege unit which I can technically spam. Yes, so that's my thoughts on the Spanish, and let's hop onto the ladder. See you in the next video.